Looks really good, dude.
All right.
You're really killing it.
I know, right?
Prime subscription and loot reminder. I don't have Prime, dude.
Oh, there it is. So now I can get the chat right there. All right. The chat.
Oh, dog.
What?
What's up, Jim? That looks great, bro. That's all.
Good. All right, good. Nice. And the song just ended? Look at that timing on that. Wow.
It's really fantastic.
Well, welcome to fucking Podratz. Joey song. Way too loud. We're not doing that. Anyways, so it's pod. Dude, I tried to do it.
It's okay. Hey, I like it. I appreciate it.
Jim, thanks so much for the resub.
Sam is so loud. Shut the fuck up, dude. Thanks for coming, but watch your goddamn mouth, Shane Olsen.
I don't have a way to really turn him down.
I can turn my goddamn self down if Shane's gonna whine about. I was much louder than you.
I turned you down.
Figured it out. Oh, great. Here goes Shane.
All right.
God, everybody hates me, dude.
So far, this chat is just going great. So, this whole thing. All right. So, welcome back to the Podratz podcast. I'm glad to be back at it. We tried to come back about a week or so ago and didn't do it. So, no, I mean, it's both, we're just, scheduling's hard. So, instead of doing a Birds of Prey episode, we're going to do a Birds of Prey and Sonic the Hedgehog episode. So, spoilers for both of those movies later. Right now, we can just talk some news. So,
God, so much news.
So much news. So, the first thing I was going to talk about, you actually said you hadn't even seen, which is the teaser for Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't like watching like any kind of trailers for things I really enjoy. Yeah. That's why I didn't watch it, but I know who comes back. It was in the title, so if you even wanted to avoid it, you couldn't.
You couldn't do it. He's back.
Yeah,
David Harbour.
Which is fine.
There he is.
Who did it?
Everybody
who thought
knew
he
it.
wasn't?
Honestly, when the trailer comes up, spoilers for the trailer that you'll never watch. It's just like they just show a bunch of people walking around in Russia, and you're just like, holy shit, Hopper's back, right?
Mm.
I don't know why I'm looking at your camera when I'm like talking to you, like we're making eye contact.
I've been looking into your eyes the whole time. Don't worry.
Just like, hey, yeah, so let me tell you about this. Yeah, so I mean, that's fucking sick as a Rick.
Does it say it at a release date? I'm guessing it doesn't.
4th of July is what they're shooting for.
Again,
I don't know why I say shooting for, like they don't have it planned. They're hoping to make it in time.
Okay, so 4th of July again. That's actually pretty damn. Well, maybe it's not that soon.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty soaked. Pretty exciting.
Dude. I loved the last season. It was so good.
It was. I mean, so we'll see. So, it should be good to see what she's got going on. The other big news of the week. Nah, I shouldn't even say that. It was not big news at all. But we did get our first look at the Batman. At our Robert Pattinson Batman, which is pretty cool. I mean, he's got the new look there. The Bat's got no head on the chest, and then they specifically don't show the top of his head. So, what if he?
He's got the ears.
What if he doesn't have the ears? What if it's just a round head? What do you think?
That would be. I was thinking the opposite. What if he has like the big ears? Some comics have the freaking huge ass bat ears. What if that was the case?
I love a huge ass. I think that'd be nice.
Huge ass. Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Both great.
Good.
Somebody colorized that, by the way. That clip.
I did see that. We also just had the Oscars. So that's another thing that happened here. We had some things that kind of made sense, some things that are a little bit weird, but I think some good ones. Jaquan Phoenix got it for the Joker. Makes sense. Yep. He really acted his fucking ass off. He went inside of a fridge for some reason at one point, and that was improv. I wouldn't go in a fridge. He made it.
Even weirder than that was his speech, which had me nervous as soon as he got up on stage. I'm like, oh, God. Because he was just arrested like a couple weeks ago at some protest.
He was over. He was like, "Fuck milk." Cody in the chat says the bat symbol comes off his chest, calling it's like a tool. That is a thing in the comics. That is a thing in the comics where he can take it off and it's like a batarang. In some comics, not every comic, but yeah.
Right.
Who else in? Bradio Pidio did it for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that movie that I still haven't seen. So
I don't know. It's Quentin Tarantino. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. Filmmaking's great. Storylines are always kind of poop ass to me.
Renee Zellweger.
That disappointed me. Not saying she did bad, but the shit she was up against, like she was the last pick for me for Best Actress in that category.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. You had Charlize Theron.
Yep.
You had I can never say her name, Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah. It's not that, but I know who you're saying from Little Women. Which, have you seen that yet, by the way?
I was gonna watch it, but then I thought of that like every single other piece of media exists, and I have no interest in it at all.
It was so good, dude. It was. I finally saw it like right when it was gonna be out of theaters, and I saw it, and it was worth the buzz, the hype.
I read that buzz bullshit. I read that shit in like 6th grade or 7th grade, and then I like went and I saw like the Disney version movie of it. Poopy. No graciamos.
I've heard that there's like a bajillion different like movies and TV shows about Little Women called Little Women. I mean, just about the book, and it's been remade 1,000 bajillion times.
Yeah.
But this one was really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
All right, you know what? I will put that somewhere on a list, and maybe someday.
The end of a list.
Maybe someday, if it's on like FX while I'm in the hospital, I'll watch it.
Okay, that's so sad. Oh shit!
Toy Story 4 obviously beat Klaus and I Lost My Body and Missing Link.
Yep, I'm okay with that. Frozen 2 should have got it. Whatever. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe not. I just liked it more. But Toy Story 4 was good. It's beautiful looking.
Bong was the big winner. Parasite rocked it, killed it, got the best director, best movie. All that shit.
Got 4. That's just crazy.
Got 4 of them, which is nuts. Yep.
That was so cool. I kind of flipped out in my living room. My mom's like, "What the fuck is the big deal?" I'm like, "Shut up, Mom. You don't know."
Oh, that damn cellist won it for the Joker, which was awesome and well deserved. Well deserved in that. I agree. I mean, John Williams obviously is great. Randy Newman, I could give a damn shit about him. Honestly, couldn't give a shit about Randy Newman. I was stoked Taika Waititi won it for the original screenplay.
Yep.
So that's dope. We love Taika Waititi here.
I saw that movie again. So good.
So good.
Fantastic movie.
So going into movies that will never win Oscars, Aladdin live action sequel. They're making Aladdin 2. And it's not,
no way.
It's not Return of Jafar. It's an original Aladdin tale. With the Will Smith and all of them, they're coming back. They're doing Aladdin 2. Electric Boogaloo.
I don't want that.
They're working with the guys who wrote Straight Outta Compton. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I don't care. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be bad.
Also, Mulan just got the first rating of PG-13. It's going to be the first Disney live-action film that's PG-13. So, I'm assuming it's going to be because of some sort of sword play and not like Mulan accidentally flashing a titty in that one scene where she's in the river.
They got to make up for getting Mushu out of there somehow. She's just like, "Oh, fuck you, I'm a girl!" And they're like, "What, bitch?"
You are loud and proud, Senorita.
I'm sorry. You know how I feel about this Mulan movie. If anybody listened to our last episode, I'm very worked up about how much I think I'm going to hate it. And I hope it proves me wrong, but I just don't want it. I just don't need it to exist.
Oh, shoot. I had another thing I was going to show, too. I don't know what I said. Yeah, that Mulan movie is... who knows? We do got some good Disney news. And when I say good, I mean great. We got Coach Gordon Bombay coming back.
Oh, for real?
We got the Mighty Ducks reboot. God damn it. There's him with the damn team. Look at him. Emilio! He's back in business, baby.
Wow.
It's a new team, but it sounds like it's going to be... They're going to have a lady coach in there, and he's going to be some side... She's the new coach of the Ducks or something. Looks like we got a couple lady hockey players over here, so they're putting the ladies and the guys together. Love to see that. Love ladies, and I love guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that should be fun.
That'll
It's going to
be cool.
be a Disney
Yeah.
Plus series. It's good to see Emilio
Oh,
back out there.
I didn't know his name was Emilio until recently, and kind of blew my mind. He does not look like an Emilio.
It's great. How would you feel knowing he's Charlie Sheen's brother?
Is he?
Yes.
I didn't see it. I can see that. Yeah, I suppose.
And he's Martin Sheen's son.
Yeah, well,
Whole family there. It's a little clusterfuck. He's the only one who has the real last name. Martin Sheen took the last name Sheen to go to Hollywood, and when Charlie Sheen went into Hollywood, he was like, fuck it, I'll take my dad's Hollywood name. And Emilio Estevez was like, fuck you guys.
Weird. I didn't know all of that.
You learn stuff.
Cool.
Sometimes you learn stuff.
I love learning, dude.
I'm like a book of completely pointless knowledge.
But you got some Funko Pops there, so, I mean,
Yeah.
you're cool as shit.
Super sick. Let's see here. Also, so the Sony Spider-Man thing, we talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they got a movie slated for October 21st of next year, which is an untitled movie in the Spider-Man-averse, essentially. It's a Spider-Man character. But they don't know what it is. So it's something that comes out, because we got Venom 2 coming out this year. And,
For real? That's confirmed?
Oh, yeah, it's confirmed. Actually, there's a picture that isn't a spoiler in any way, but it is Woody Harrelson as Carnage, and it's just looks like Woody Harrelson hanging out. But if you look at it, he got a haircut, which is great, because in Venom he looked like this, and I do not want to see Woody Harrelson looking like this as a bad guy for 2.5 hours with an Eminem soundtrack.
Yeah, I didn't like Venom. I didn't hate it, but the movie Upgrade came out before it, and it was much better.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, what's Upgrade? Upgrade was actually really good. I liked that movie. It was
Really good.
It was like a Blue Beetle movie. We got next month is actually it's greenlit and it's going through. Filming starts next month for the Uncharted movie.
Really?
Yeah. So it's Tom Holland as a young Nathan Drake.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
But
I mean, that could be good though. I mean, I love Tom Holland.
As do I.
It's a weird choice, but whatever. I'll watch it if it's good, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not mad like I'm about Mulan about that news.
How excited are you for Bill and Ted? New image came out. They look fucking great.
They do look fucking great. I'm very excited for it, dude.
I think it's going to be fantastic.
Oh my god, yeah.
One thing too, there's a casting that they had for The Witcher season 2. Did you watch The Witcher?
No, I tried and I didn't like it.
Oh well, the guy who plays Tormund Giantsbane is supposedly going to be in The Witcher. Do you have my stream on? I'm hearing a little bit of an echo.
I mean, it's muted.
All right then. Maybe.
But yeah, I don't. That's a guy from Game of Thrones. Yeah, it says right there.
Nothing
I care about.
Nothing up your alley. Yeah.
No.
He's great in Game of Thrones. He's a memorable, funny character, and he's getting drafted. He's gonna be in this new show, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, I won't watch it probably, but
Probably. I think that is most of the news that we've got so far. So we can go into talking about the films that we're going to talk about here today. Let's see here. Mark Hamill is also rumored for The Witcher. Sources Shane Olsen says in chat. I would love
the source. The source.
You want to talk about Sonic or you want to talk Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey probably. Just in case a lot of people probably haven't seen Sonic. It just came out. So more people probably saw Birds of Prey or probably don't care.
Yeah.
I know Haley wants us to talk about Sonic, but
we'll get there. We'll get there for sure.
We'll get there. You just have to stick around. Thanks, Haley. Then we'll play Overwatch.
All right, so Birds of Prey. I was a big fan of it. I liked it.
Me too. We saw it together. We don't see a lot of movies together, but we did see this one. Shit, I owe you money.
It's fine. Money. It's whatever. Who cares?
I'll get you next time, bro. Don't worry about
it. Perfect. So yeah, I did. I really, really liked it.
Yep.
There was a lot of it that I thought I wasn't gonna like, that I kind of ended up liking.
Like what?
I couldn't, from the trailers that I had seen and everything, I couldn't really see the dynamic of how all those fucking people got together. I was just like, this just doesn't make any sense, and I don't.
Yep.
It just seemed, I was like, this is just going to be really like just heavy-handed and lazy, like Suicide Squad was. And like I thought it was going to be another Suicide Squad.
It sure looked like it. I mean, everybody probably thought that because I mean, what is the movie? It's basically a spin-off, almost like a side shoot of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's probably gonna be a little spoiler here, but they just don't show the Joker really, like kind of do like the back of him for like a second maybe, but like I'm so glad they didn't throw like anybody in there.
They didn't really like. They referenced enough to the DCEU or the worlds of DC or whatever they want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a Bruce Wayne shout out. Everyone talked about the Joker, called him Mr. J, but like none of it. And they talked about Batman. But, like it all existed, but it didn't use it as a crutch in any way. It was all its own movie.
I was so happy about that because like nowadays, like if everything's not so interconnected, like the Marvel movies, like they think like people are gonna, I don't know, be upset about it. But this just was a good standalone movie. It didn't even need Suicide Squad to like it.
No,
like,
it really didn't.
Probably would have been better off, maybe. But Margot does a great job.
Yeah, I think she really carried it. She really owns this character now. You know, like she is Harley Quinn, and it's like did a really, really good job bringing in the other characters too. I think it was a cool version of Huntress too. A cool kind of different remixed origin story for her, which was cool.
Yeah, I liked that. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, and Haley asked in the chat, would someone need to watch Suicide Squad in order to watch this? Not in any way, shape, or form. You just need to know.
I would suggest you don't.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, they show like a scene from Suicide Squad in there. I guess I don't know, but she recaps it all in the first 5 minutes of the movie, everything that matters. So
I loved the first like couple minutes of the movie.
The animated thing
was
that
great.
Was super cool. I loved how they did like classic costumes and classic Harley. It just like that looked really cool. I like that she got a hyena, like real Harley Quinn-ish, and like made it almost believable. Like it was like she just got a fucking hyena.
Oh yeah, so, like it felt cartoonish enough and comic-y enough for me to really enjoy it, but not, I don't think really ever over the top. And not a lot of movies do that nowadays. They kind of shy away from it. The one redeeming factor I have for the movie Justice League, which everybody in the world hates except for me, was that it felt like a graphic novel brought to life. Like it really did. It was cheesy. Why are you thumbs upping? Oh, because you the mic?
No,
not because you like Justice League?
I love Justice League.
Do you really?
You know what? I don't hate it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, everybody else hates it.
Release the Snyder cut.
Seriously. But it felt like a graphic novel coming to life. And this felt like a Harley Quinn story right off the page. Like, they didn't, like, even the sets, like, especially at the end, the set was like,
it was on a
this is so fabricated. Pier. Yeah, it's like, this wouldn't exist in real life, and that's awesome. That's perfect. Who cares? Like,
yeah, and they ended up at the Founders Bay Pier, which is really cool because that's like a place in Gotham, and it's got like Thomas Wayne and like all the other founders and stuff, and like all the old Waynes and the old whatever they're fucking called. Hush's parents are called. But yeah, that was really cool. I liked that. I liked the action. The action and the choreography were fucking great. Like it really looked like Harley could just whoop ass. Like I think about like when she was in Suicide Squad and they were like talking about like everyone why they're on this squad and why they've got all these specific talents and stuff. They like talked about Harley Quinn and she was just like hiya and swung around and hit two dudes with bats and you're like, why is she in this? But like in this movie, she's like fucking people up and doing cartwheels and wrapping legs around them and doing all this crazy shit. And you're like, okay, yeah, she should lead some sort of Suicide Squad and James Gunn should direct it.
Yeah. Who directed this movie?
It was a woman. It was all directed. It was directed by a woman. I know that. I know her name. She actually had some. Danny linked me to some crazy shit that she did today.
Like crazy, like
she went kind of crazy on Twitter because a lot of people.
nice.
It's Gail Simone, and a lot of people are kind of up in arms, about the Sonic beating it out. Essentially, saying like Sonic fans are being weebs.
That's just Sonic fans. I have a buddy who is kind of a sidetrack and more about Sonic, but I have a buddy who made a YouTube video about the Sonic series. It's called Sonic What Happened, and it got very, very, very popular on YouTube. But he eventually had to stop making like videos for a while. I think he even took that one down because the community, the Sonic community, was so toxic about everything.
Gail Simone wrote was it writer of Birds of Prey? I apologize.
Okay.
And Margot Robbie was a producer. Yet Miniman brought that up in the chat. That is a truth. She was a
that's
producer
good.
on that.
And I think she cares, like to the point where like Ryan Reynolds cares about Deadpool. I think Margot Robbie, you can tell, actually cares about the character and doing it some kind of justice.
Yeah, it was directed by Kathy Yan.
Love her. I don't know who it is.
She did a movie called Dead Pigs, but this looks like it's her big movie.
Yeah, cool. Well, she did great.
Mm-hmm. It was also written by a woman. It looks like it was a person who wrote Bumblebee. Her name is Christina Hudson. So written, produced, directed, and starring women. It's all women. I don't even see any men in here.
Yeah, people are so mad about it. Let them be mad.
And then also, another thing about this movie that I was going to bring up is that they actually recently renamed it in theaters and have repurposed it as Harley Quinn Birds of Prey.
Yep, I saw some stuff about that as well. I don't know if I was watching Phil DeFranco or something, but brought it up. And it's not, I guess it's not an official name change as far as I'm aware. It's just how they're branding it now, I guess. But like, really, what's the difference? You know, if they're going to call it this, that's basically an official name change. But it wasn't getting enough buzz hype because people aren't searching Birds of Prey for the movie. They're searching Harley Quinn. It's just it was said by somebody at the top of whoever made this decision. It was for buzzwords on the internet, which is fair, I guess. I could give a fuck less. That original title was kind of shit. So
Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I also Ewan McGregor, loved him. I think he did a great job.
I agree.
I think he was really funny. I think like the one part where there was like the little, I guess there's spoilers for the movie in here. But yeah, when they're in his office and there's the shrunken heads or whatever, and he's like, "Look at these! I got these from da-da-da-da," and then he like looks at her and goes, "Aren't they gross?" And like went away. I was like,
yeah,
it's just like funny. He was fun. I liked. I liked it was really violent. The movie was not afraid to be just over the top violent.
Yeah, they really made him evil. They really did.
He was literally like fucking cutting faces off and shit.
Even the kid, there's like he showed like one little bit of remorse, and then I don't even want to spoil it, but then something gross happened. He's like, nope, cut the kid's face off. All right, gross.
Yeah, he's like, gross.
Yeah, he's just straight evil. Like, there was a couple things. So my main thing that I dislike about the movie is some dialogue stuff, which is not nearly all of it, but some of it was like, okay. And some of it, they were very self-aware. But some things that they had Ewan McGregor say was like a little cheesy.
Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah.
But
I know what you're saying, yeah. There was some definitely some cheesery in that. That is for sure.
I mean, it's to be expected. Like the classic, like we're gonna group up, and now this is like the team shot, like from freaking
Yeah.
Avengers Assemble kind of shot. Was just what do you expect, really?
Yeah, there was I mean, there was like a really weird thing with the plot that I thought about that I was like thinking about the whole way home, where like they all like accidentally ended up at that same spot at the end, and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, we're all here. We need to team up and take them down." And then for some reason, he's just like already there with like a whole army of people to fight him, but like
Mm-hmm.
he didn't know that they were all there. Why has he got all these people there? And like, why is he like send them in and bring them out? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch it to see a little bit why that
Yeah,
happened.
maybe I was just like, what's going on? I thought they were gonna go take him down, and I was like, nope, he's already here because we're at the cool place to fight.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we have like 150 people. Everybody go in one by one and just attack one at a time, so they could take you out. It's like, oh, okay, perfect.
Smart.
Yeah, I
And
love
don't
that.
use your guns.
Not until the end. Not until like the big scene where we need to reveal some really crazy shit.
I like that there was like a point where Harley Quinn just like was on a roller derby team and just had like regular ass friends on a roller derby team who were just like they like knew. It's like, oh yeah, there goes Harley. She's going back to the Joker again. It's like again. That implies that like you were rollerblading with her and then she went off and just did some light terrorism and then like broke up with her boyfriend and came back and was like, let's rollerblade again. And you're like, let's chill. Like,
Yeah, that. It's fine. I mean, it was.
it's fine. No, I'm not complaining about it. I was just saying it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, dialogue was the main issue. Plot was fine. Acting was fine. I can't think of any. Well, the kid actor was literally 50-50 for me. Sometimes, like, she was spot on, and then sometimes it was just
a little
like.
cardboard.
Yeah. It was like, what? Okay. But whatever.
Oh, you know what we should also talk about that we saw before this movie? That Fast 9 trailer, baby. That movie.
I think everybody in the theater hated us.
Because we were dying laughing.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that movie. Fast 9 is going to be exactly what it's like. It's going to be the next installment. Like, I love those movies because they get crazier and crazier. It's just like, oh, John Cena's in this one. Oh, and he's Dom's brother. Like, it's like a soap opera, but action.
It's so funny because it's his brother. So he hasn't seen his brother since before Fast 1, where he was just like a dude who worked at a mechanic shop. And then now his brother's like, you saved the world 6 times, and I'm taller than you. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, those movies, I mean, I take the first 3 and they're in their own little box, and everybody seems to think that all the movies need to be racing movies because of them, and that's fine. That's what they started out as. But everything after that, it's just action movies, and if you haven't seen them all, they just get more and more ridiculous, and I just picture this boardroom full of people saying, okay, the last one, we had a car chase with a submarine, and it was jumping out of the ice like a dolphin. How do we one-up that? And then they're like, what if we threw John Cena in it? And then they jump off cliffs with the cars and they attach them to the chain so they can swing around like Spider-Man. Yes, perfect.
Sick.
Yeah, so like, I said if we get over 25 viewers, I will take my shirt off. So
yeah, love to see that.
No, we're getting there. We're getting there.
We got On Mids in the chat saying he's never seen a single one of these movies in its entirety. You got to take a weekend off of work and just pound it out. I'm telling you, they just get more and more intense. I think they peak actual story and over-the-top action into an almost actual good film in Fast 5. And then, so they go from being like almost got a point, mostly cars, to like almost got a point, super action in Fast 5, and then it's no point, action. But mostly family.
I love that in every movie they seem to add some new character that's like the big, like when did they add The Rock? Was that Fast 5?
Fast 5, yep.
They add The Rock because he's like the big superstar at the time, and still kind of is. So they throw him in there, and then he just continues to be in it. Then they add
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. He continues to be in it. Like it just becomes this snowball effect of like we get every single. It's become a really cool like Expendables movie, but with this story and over the topness that is just so appreciated by me. And I saw this last weekend. I saw Bad Boys for Life finally, and the movie's fine.
Spoilers.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay.
No, I haven't seen it. Don't talk about it.
It's fine, but it's not fast. It's not like so over the top where I'm like, holy, why? Like it's just like okay, action movie, great, and that's fine. But the Fast series is just some.
Has the Fast series made you jaded to action films?
I think so.
Is it like you're watching films and you're like, why don't they call in a tank? You're like, what? You're like, what? There's no tank on the road. They're just driving cars.
Yeah, why don't they just jump the car to the building? This is stupid.
Why don't you just jump the car to that car? I think my favorite part about the trailer, the newest one where they swing around the mountain, is when she goes, "You're not gonna do what I think you're doing," and it's like, there's no way you both had this idea. Like what? He's like, yeah, you remember when I did this before? No. Letty doesn't remember when you did that before, Dom.
Yeah, they're great movies. Honestly, even without that, like just for the fact of it being so crazy, they're still good movies. Like I think you and I both put Hobbs and Shaw on our top list for 2019, which
exactly as good as Joker.
It's a good movie. I mean, yeah, they're silly somewhat, but they're still enjoyable. I'll rewatch any of them any day.
I'll rewatch all of them every day. I won't up you there.
Actually, when I'm moving to St. Cloud, and I'm thinking about doing a fast marathon while I'm living there, so like every day for 8 days, maybe even 9 days if I do Hobbs and Shaw, watch all of them once a day until the ninth one comes out or something. So, that's my plan.
Ejecto-cedo, cuz. Cody just said in the chat.
Fantastic.
One thing... So, speaking between these movies, Birds of Prey, since we got a little sidetracked by Fast and the Furious for a while. So Birds of Prey and Sonic, there's a lot of drama about them on the internet right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's because Birds of Prey actually did less in its box office weekend than Sonic.
Yeah.
In its first weekend. And Sonic...
It did poorly.
Yeah. Birds of Prey's opening weekend only did $33 million. Which is still pretty good, but Sonic's did a whopping $52 million, which is nuts.
Yep.
But it's great.
I guess I didn't really expect it, but at the same time, I don't know. They did the change, like the studio doing the change is big. We'll get to all that, but Harley Quinn, I think, was a little bit robbed of.
Honestly, I wish more people would have seen it. I feel like a lot of people are just not seeing it, and it's stanky. It's a good film.
If they're looking at the track record of DC, and if you're just looking at this as being like almost a sequel to Suicide Squad, then I don't blame people for not seeing it. I really don't. And it doesn't surprise me that people aren't interested. But I don't know. It's not that. It doesn't feel like that. I think DC has a better grasp on some of their movies. Shazam was fantastic. Wonder Woman was fantastic. I hope the sequel's great. And this one is great. Like they had their missteps for quite a while, and I'm not sure what the hell was going on. Suicide Squad being one of the tops of that misstep, but
all they did for like 6 years was just fight shadow monsters in a bunch of fog.
Yeah, sky beams and bullshit.
No thanks.
Yeah, but this was it was good, and I think they're just like finally giving the property to people who will do really good and not just making studio projects like they felt like. Margot Robbie obviously had a bigger hand in this one than she did in Suicide Squad. Hi, dog.
Bigger
I love my dog. Bigger. Yeah,
I just want to take an ad break for a second to thank our sponsor, Canada Dry, for providing the ginger ale. By the way, they sent us just 1 liter, Sam, so...
Yeah, that's fine. I'll come get...
Next podcast, I'll give you the other half.
Thank you. Thank you. I got water. It's not from Canada, and it's not very dry, but... But yeah, overall, Harley Quinn, Well, no, sorry. Birds of Prey and the fantabulous shit-ass
Oh,
Harley Quinn-ass.
we got to go with our famous way to rate films. What kind of ass would you give this film?
Oh, that is the famous way. I would say it is fun-ass.
Fun ass is a good way to describe it. That's a fun as fuck film.
It's rewatchable. I feel
Fast.
like. I mean, I haven't rewatched it. I would like to.
I'll watch a cam version of it tonight. Just kidding. I got cam girls to watch tonight.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. And now I got my webcam set up, so I can be one of them.
Bless
Whoop,
up.
whoop. How about you? What did you feel? I know we both enjoyed it, but
I mean, I thought it was pretty badass, pretty bodacious ass, man. I mean, it was good. I mean, I was laughing, excited, a little horny. I really liked the action, and I think that's what I was really most impressed with. Like, just all the fight scenes were sick. Sick as dick. Haley's now playing Apex Legends, and it's right on my stream for everyone to see.
Oh, you're not watching anymore, Haley? All right, see ya. Thanks for tuning in. Anyway.
She's got too much.
Anyway, so great movie. Go check it out if you haven't. I feel like we didn't spoil too much. Haley's still here. Haley, we're going to talk about Sonic soon, so don't get too invested in Apex.
Where we drop in?
Where you dropping there, Haley?
Also, I saw today news that I completely forgot about. Netflix did a deal with Blizzard. They're going to be doing Diablo and Overwatch anime series.
Really?
Netflix originals.
Huh.
I
don't care about the Diablo one personally, but Overwatch could be cool. I mean, Overwatch is already kind of doing that. They have tons of animated content as their lore. Like the lore for Overwatch is insane. But
I've seen a lot. I've seen some of the vids on Ute.
On Ute, yeah.
On the Ute, Yucateca.
That'd be cool. I didn't hear that. I'm guessing is it just rumored now, or is it?
No, it was confirmed today. The Blizzard CEO said that Diablo's in the works, and that Overwatch is in the early stages.
Nice.
So, but Diablo, they're already working on it. But yeah, I know you say you're not a Diablo fan. Diablo's pretty cool, and I know it's got some lore to that as well. But I think an Overwatch series would be really cool. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a really good. I feel like they're going to do it so it's going to be a big tie-in with Overwatch 2. They get the kids hooked on the show, then they bring out the game, and they're like, "All right, fine, we'll pay $60 for the same game with new costumes."
Yeah. I mean,
it's some pretty hot and horny stuff going on at Netflix.
Yeah, they gotta fight more because of Disney Plus. Which is good. More competition the better. Get me more content. Stuff I might enjoy. So.
Yep, the Mandalorian's going to be coming back in fall, and we got the Winter Soldier and the Falcos coming out in August, and we got the goddamn Scarlet Witch is having a bad time. It's coming out in December. WandaVision.
That looks interesting. That one's probably like the top of my watch list for all those things you just mentioned because it looks at least original and interesting. But I guess we'll wait and see.
We shall wait and see. All right, so want to get to the main event?
Lizzie McGuire, is that confirmed? I saw something about that.
It is confirmed. Yes.
Is it a series?
I believe so. Yes.
Are they doing the Full House or Fuller House thing where now she's the mom kind of bullshit? I bet that's what it is. I have no idea.
Details I don't have.
Yeah, it'll be cool though. I mean, I love the Lizzie McGuire movie. It's fantastic. Talk about rewatchable.
It looks like the entire family cast, mom, dad, and brother, is confirmed.
Damn.
Yeah, that's straight from the horse's mouth. Not from the horse's mouth. I'm sorry, from Cody.
Do you think Lizzie McGuire still lives at home in her late 20s and is just a piece of shit? And her brother.
I got it right here. The new Lizzie McGuire movie is slated to pick up as Hilary Duff's title character is just about to turn 30. Original star Hilary Duff was set to reprise the role as Lizzie navigated the ups and downs of adulthood with a little help from her old friends, some new ones, her well-meaning family, and her 13-year-old alter ego in animated form. Can't wait for Gordo to come back, says Dreamcast Cares.
Do they? I hope it's like rated like R, so they can be like, you know,
Hillary Duff fucking. So it's like girls, but it's like Sex in the City, but with Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, dude, that's an idea. Because I mean,
it's on Disney Plus. You can't get fingered on Disney Plus.
I can. But if you think about it, the fan base grew up as well. That's what they want, right? They want to see Lizzie McGuire and her little animated figure. Like, I want her animated self to be there. Like, do it, suck the dick. Like,
she mean 13-year-olds can't be talking about
whatever. Animated 13-year-olds can do whatever they want. All right, let's stray away from that. Let's stray away from that whole conversation.
Speaking of animated 13-year-olds, I heard you saw the Sonic movie twice.
I did. I just saw it. That's a great picture. I just saw it like a few minutes. I got home a few minutes before this podcast started.
Fresh in the memory.
Fresh. I was trying to remember things that I need to talk about that. I need to talk about that. I need to talk about that. So I got a lot of shit to talk about apparently.
Nice.
So we'll eventually get into some really spoiler territory.
Let's just do some low ground stuff.
Overall, I actually enjoyed it, which is everybody is saying I thought this was going to be shit, but I enjoyed it. As far as I'm seeing, mostly, it's kind of the general consensus. Sean, did you like it?
I definitely enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, it was for sure cheesy and for sure aimed towards kids, but fucking, I'm a kid, dude. So it was fun. There was a lot of Sonic like video game not accurate, but video game references that are really cool. Yeah,
I enjoyed that. There was definitely things wrong with the movie. But going into it thinking it's going to be a horrendous piece of fucking garbage. I was trying not to swear, and then I said fucking.
Horrendous.
I was trying not to. Fucking. I was going to say shit, and then I said fucking garbage instead, which I don't know if that's any better, but it's definitely not good. And I did see a video today of these guys making fun of that at the Sonic restaurant, and they're like, wow, this is probably the best meal I've ever had in my life. They're like, yeah, I saw the commercials for the Sonic burger, and it looked like trash, but now that I'm eating it, it's okay. So I'm honestly in love with it. It's the best. I'm going to have this every single day, which is pretty good. But, I mean, with that low expectation, even things that are just barely passing the bar can seem really good. And I think that might be where this is falling into it. But I saw it for the second time, and I still really liked it. So there's some jokes that are just so good. Jim Carrey is fantastic.
Jim Carrey's fantastic.
There's a reviewer I like who said he was obnoxious, but the rest of the film was okay. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, were you around in the 90s? That's just Jim Carrey, man. Like,
dude, I think he was great. I think he did a really good job.
Great job.
I think he really sold it and did it over the top, and that's like what he had to do to play the character. And I think it was an original take on it, and seemed like, I don't know, it was just like very comic booky, very cartoony, just like I don't know, I liked it. It was so over the top and so Jim Carrey. It was like Ace Ventura again. You know, I mean, not to that extent. I'm not going to say he Ace Ventura this film. I'm not going to get the comments on YouTube. I get a lot of views on YouTube, and I don't want the comments.
Fair. But yeah, he felt like great Jim Carrey, like the Mask Jim Carrey, even he felt just fun, and he felt like he probably did a lot of improv-y stuff, especially with his movements.
I'll put it more like he was like the Grinch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Compare it to the Grinch.
Absolutely. No, he was great. The other main character, humans, were fine.
Yes, Cyclops was okay. But it's funny because Cyclops, he did a road trip movie with a CGI character. He did that Hop movie already. Hop with the bunny.
Oh.
And it was
I didn't see that.
It's a movie where he drove around in a truck with a CGI best friend. So it's like kind of reminiscent of that, which is funny.
Yikes. Okay. Wow.
Ben Schwartz, I think, did a great job as Sonic.
Yep.
Redesign, so worth it, because I recently looked at the old design.
Mm-hmm.
No, gracias.
I that saved it. I don't think it would have done even 30 million opening weekend if it wasn't for the redesign.
Yeah, I think you're right.
My dog's sleeping and making noises in her sleep. She's like having a little nightmare. Mabel, you okay, baby? She's okay, guys. Don't worry.
I liked a lot about the movie. You want to get into spoiler territory?
I do. I do.
I liked the Encinitas or whatever that were chasing at the beginning. I don't know how to pronounce that.
The what? The
The
robots?
the Knuckles guy.
Oh, at the beginning. Oh, at the beginning. Yeah, 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 yeah. I definitely thought they were going to be like the main baddies in the movie when that first popped up, but it was still cool to see it.
They could be a main baddie in another movie though, which is good.
That could be cool, especially with the big spoiler at the end of the middle of the credits. Tails shows up.
Shows up.
Was so cool with that rock music in the background. It's like that's.
I saw that. I looked up to see who it was voiced by too, and it's just the girl who does the voice for
Timmy Turner.
Tails on the cartoon.
Oh, it sounded like Tara Strong.
No, it wasn't Tara Strong.
It really did sound like her, though.
I wish it was.
I wish it was too. I love her.
Yeah, so I think there was a lot of it that was really, really cool. I liked a lot of the stuff. I think a lot of the stuff, like how it was like Green Hills or whatever, which is like the first level, and then it goes to the Mushroom World, which is like the same as fucking the first two levels of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sure. Yeah.
It's Green Hills and the Mushroom Zone.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Sonic, so I guess I don't know things like, is that owl Longclaw? Is that part of the Sonic lore?
That's what I wanted to know too, and I looked it up, and I guess there is something like that in like one of the newer cartoons and one of the weird 3D games. There's so much Sonic out there.
Right, yeah. That's why I never heard of things like that, but it didn't really faze me or anything.
But there was cool. I think one of my favorite parts of the film was probably the Quicksilver scene, where like
there's a couple of those, yeah. The bar one.
Yeah, I think when he was running around, the chili dogs were in like the circle form in the air, which is like how they are in the game.
Oh yeah.
So they're frozen in midair, and then he like went and grabbed them like that. I was like, damn, that's some Sonic the Hedgehog 2 fucking Sega Channel ass goddamn shit right there, brother.
They did a lot of stuff like that for like when he would pick up the rings, the little bling noise was fantastic. Things like that was great. But yeah, that Quicksilver scene. One thing I'll say about the movie is it is the most basic storyline and plot of all time. Like when they pulled up to that gas station, he looks over and sees that like stereotypical biker bar, people rolling up on motorcycles, and I'm like, oh, they're doing that. They're like doing that like scene where like, oh, this is where they do a little bit of friendship building and like they get in a little bit of trouble, but it's totally not important to the plot at all. I'm like, it's so formulaic, like the whole thing.
Yeah, there was a part when he first started talking about his bucket list or whatever. I literally looked over at Joey and said, he's gonna have make a friend on his bucket list. And then like 5 minutes later it said like make a real friend, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And then when he was like dead but not dead, and then he was like, no, that's not my pet, that's my friend, and he was like, Supersonic. I was like,
he was dead. he was friendship. I turned to my friend and I said, friendship is magic, dude.
Dude, it's literally friendship is magic, Sonic back to life. But it was fucking sick. I also liked how he like didn't like, I don't know, he like knew what he was doing but like didn't, so like his powers like got crazier and cooler throughout the movie too. Like like him learning how to spin and like, oh, that was so sick.
Yeah, hit that tank. That scene was fantastic.
It's so stupid but so sick.
There was a lot of just silly shit that really worked. Like that scene specifically, he blows up the tank, that turns into a small like car, that turns into a one-wheeled contraption, then turns into a small helicopter. Like it just doesn't stop. Was hilarious. There's just like there's things I didn't enjoy about how it was set up. And that Quicksilver scene you're talking about in the bar was not my favorite. The scene right before that, but still in the bar, where because as soon as they started making a bucket list, he has all these things on. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get a montage of him doing bucket list things, and yep, that's exactly what it was. And I'm like, that's stupid.
I hated that so much.
I didn't care for that scene. I didn't care for the Quicksilver scene, to be honest with you. It's been done, and it was, it's fine, whatever.
It has been done. I think it was more just like I'd love seeing Sonic do it.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
I'd rather see Sonic do it than that fucking kid from American Horror Story in his weird silver pants.
But yeah, that stuff was good. There was Jim Carrey was fantastic. I think I've said that obviously. But
Jim Carrey at the fucking end makes me want a sequel more than anything. I gotta tell you that.
Dude, his big mustache,
and the goggles, and he was like, a regular man would be dead within hour, within month or week, or he's like, but I'll be home before Christmas.
Yeah,
and I was just like, so Gucci.
he has the Rock, like he's like, Rocky, go do some reconnaissance. That shit had me fucking rolling. He had some good ass lines. My favorite, bringing it back to what we were talking about a little bit ago, was when they're doing that chase scene in the truck and they're getting chased by that big tank thing, and the human was like, all right, my turn, grab the wheel, and he doesn't know how to drive right. He goes, oh my god, I feel like Vin Diesel. Family's everything.
Yeah.
Like, that shit made me laugh so hard.
Also, what was that part in the movie where they just let him drive?
Yeah, and then
they're like, why'd you let the alien drive? He's like, I don't know.
And then they just never mention it again. Like, that was dumb. There was a couple things that I had to like piece together the second time watching. I'm like, wait, what happened when he got like knocked out because the bomb was super sticky and he couldn't get rid of it? Then he finally got rid of it and didn't walk away from it like a moron, blew up. But then he brings it to the sister's house, which that was hilarious. The whole sister thing.
Oh, yeah, tied her up.
It was so funny. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah, especially when the kid said, gotta go fast, and just started running around.
Yeah.
Or the Blue Devil he had the picture of the Sonic the Hedgehog on his shirt. That was great. That was great.
Yeah, it was fucking, she's like, gotta go fast. Like, Jojo, at least put on my Fitbit. I can get some steps in.
That's good, yeah. Obviously, the thing I hated the most in the movie is the fucking product placement. It was so heavy-handed. Oh my god!
I personally didn't care about the Olive Garden one because it felt more like a joke. But most people are mentioning that one. The one I had the biggest problem with was Zillow. Like,
yeah. Oh, just looking at houses on Zillow.
Yeah, it's just like, I've been looking at apartments already on Zillow.com. It cut to like the laptop, showed an apartment that was like $4,500 a month, which is about right for San Francisco. And then like never again. They make a joke about it. Nothing. It was just like on Zillow.com, and it just happened to be open on the computer on the other room, like on the other side of the room.
The Olive Garden one got to me because they tried to make it that it was like a joke, but then they did the Olive Garden slogan and didn't play it as a joke, and that's when I was like, oh. Because he was
I felt like that was a joke.
He was like, oh yeah. He's like, he's like, then we can go to your favorite place, Olive Garden. And he goes, oh yeah. And she goes, because when you're there, you're family. And he goes, yep. and then at the end of the movie too, when he gave him the Olive Garden gift card, and he was like, and he was like, endless pasta. Did you know it never ends? Like that literally felt like an Olive Garden commercial. Yeah, and I was just like, ah. And then the other one that was really obvious to me because it made me laugh out loud, and it's like it wasn't that big of a deal as these. I think the Zillow and Olive Garden were way worse. But it was when they were in the bar and he was like, "You're not old enough to drink," and then he goes, "Get this kid a Mellow Yellow," and I was like, "What?" And then like 2 minutes later, they show like his little cave or whatever, his Sonic cave. And in his Sonic cave, there's like a whole bunch of cans of Mellow Yellow in the background. And I was like, God damn it. No way that's his drink of choice. Yeah,
that's funny. The same thing with the truck. They showed the logo of the truck a lot. And I noticed it more the second time. There's Toyota, Tacoma, whatever it was. But, whatever. It's going to happen. They probably expected to lose a lot of money, so who knows?
Yeah. But it was sick. I mean, it was fun. I mean, he really Sonic was cool. The action with him was super cool. They set it up really well for a sequel. You know, and he's still got his rings. Robotnik could be sick. I hope Jim Carrey comes back to do it.
I agree. Tails and Sonic with Robotnik, with those guys at the beginning, all that would be cool shit. But
hell yeah, and then they could bring in like Pete Davidson to play Knuckles.
Just not even just the voice, just him.
Hey,
with a hat
it's
on.
Me. I'm Knuckles. If you were having a bad time, it's me. Pete
My dad died in 9/11. Let's laugh about it.
I dated Ariana Grande. I'm on SNL every 6 weeks. All right. So what kind of ass do you give this film?
I'm gonna give it.
You gonna drop another fun ass?
No, I'm not. And it was fun for sure. It was. How am I supposed to say this? You think of one as well. If you got one, go ahead. Oh, I got it.
Oh.
Mindless entertainment ass.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what it is. Nothing really is that good except for a couple jokes and a couple performances, but it's still entertaining. Enough for me to see it twice in a week, which is insane to me. I don't know why I wanted to see it again, but I did. So.
Yeah, I think it's dumb fun ass. Like it's
dumb fun ass.
Like you're just it's dumb, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Like you're definitely enjoying. Like I enjoyed it. Like there was never a point in the movie where I was like, this is so dumb. Like I was like, dude, this is fucking Sonic. Because like you got to think about the like source material and what it is. Like this is, I would say this is one of the better ways you could have made a Sonic film. Because honestly, if you made just an all animated Sonic of him running around in the world with fucking tails and running from Knuckles and it's all animated and over the top, it probably wouldn't care as much. Like I might watch it on Netflix, but that's whatever, but if they did, the way that they did this, it was like bringing in Jim Carrey as the villain really, really brought it together. And I think Ben Schwartz is a great voice actor, and I hope he does more stuff too. And Cyclops is feasible, attractive white male who's strong and stuff.
He could have been replaced by anybody, and it would have been just as good, I'm sure. I'm not saying he was bad, but
did you see the what do I try to say? The design art, like the early sketches of what they wanted for the film, or the concept art?
No, I didn't see any of that.
Concept art just got released, and the actors that they had opposite Sonic were Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth. So it looks like that's who they went for first. Couldn't get them. It's super funny because they look just like Avengers style. Like it looks like it's just Captain America. Like yeah. So they were like, "Hey, you want to be in this?" And he was like, "No, not at all. I'm gonna go do Knives Out."
Yeah, right.
And Chris Hemsworth was like, I'm going to go do Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and then I'm going to go back to Australia and fuck everything I can see. I love Chris Hemsworth.
That was a terrible accent.
Yeah, really bad accent.
That's okay.
It's me. I'm in Australia. I'm Chris Hemsworth.
What day did you see this movie on? Was it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday.
How many kids were in your showing?
I saw it at 1:30 p.m., so not too many.
Okay,
I went some Sonic ass nerds though, bro.
Yeah,
literally, like one of them had a Sonic shirt on, and the other one had like blue socks pulled up to their fucking knees that had like Sonic's little ears on them and shit.
Yikes!
You gotta go fast.
Furries, dude, just full of furries. My showing was at the first one was at 7:00. No, it was 5 p.m. on a Saturday.
Oh, Kid Central.
Yeah, because my friend wanted to bring his kids, and they are very well behaved, like 10-ish-year-old kids. But there was a few kids in there that were just so loud, and specifically one family that had 3 kids, one of which was just running up and down, didn't care, none of the parents stopped them. And then one was a baby and would cry, and the first time it started crying was like 10 minutes into the movie, and they stayed there for while the kid cried for 10 minutes. It blew my mind. Like I know now why I go at like 9 p.m. Because it was unbearable at points how bad these kids were. But that's what you're gonna get. It's a good movie for kids too. I'll say that. And you could tell. Oh, Sonic flosses twice in the movie. Does the dance, the floss, or whatever.
Love Fortnite.
Potentially ruined the movie, but if you can get over that, then the movie's fine. But it did bring my score down one.
Danny asked, "Do you think potential cult classic?"
No.
I think it's definitely too soon to even say something like that.
Why would no?
I wouldn't say it's a cult classic. No, I mean if they never make a sequel, I don't know what this movie's legacy would be. I don't think it would be liked by like if they never make a sequel to this, I think it'll just be mostly forgotten. Mm-hmm. Except for people who really really fucking love Sonic. Like it's not a super super memorable movie. I feel like there's 50 movies just like this, but if you like the character Sonic, then you really like this movie. So it's fun for me. If I had kids, I'd show it to them. I think it's a great movie for kids. I feel like kids would fucking just love this movie and eat it up. And I feel like kids would lose their fucking mind when they see him doing the floss dance.
I lost my mind, but in a terrible way.
Because you don't know how to do the dance yourself?
That's exactly right. I'm mad at Sonic.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, you do, and then I was going to be like, you're on camera, do it.
Hell no, I've never attempted it, and I will not attempt it. That's my one shred of dignity I have left. One thing I also want to mention is, though they went through every trope they could with this movie, the one that they didn't do, and I'm so glad they didn't, was that the two main character humans that were dating, I don't remember their names, of course, because who cares? They're not Sonic. But if they would have had like a little subplot where they couldn't have had a baby, like they were trying for a long time, and then they basically adopt Sonic at the end, that would have put this movie over the top with tropes. But they did. They do pretty much adopt him at the end, but at least it wasn't because, baby, we can't have a baby.
I like that they adopted him, and they're like, we got you a spot. And we went and got all your broke-ass, dirty-ass shit from the woods and brought it up here. Like it wasn't. I know it wasn't like, hey, we got you a new bed and a TV or anything. It was like, here's your fucking dirty-ass bag that you were sleeping on out in the woods and a bunch of pop cans and your video games.
Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be a big spoiler just because it's, I think, the funniest joke in the movie. So if you don't want to listen, don't listen for the next 30 seconds. But Jim Carrey coming to the human's house for the first time and saying like, hey, where is this thing? He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, oh, I'm from the electric company. Can I go in? And he just, he starts just going off about how rural this town is and like with all the Billy Bobs and Merles in town, like blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you haven't done anything in your pathetic life. I've done more than you ever will in your entire life. By the time I was a toddler, I was spitting out formulas while you were still spitting up formula. We are not equal, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, actually, I was breastfed. He goes, oh, nice. Rub that in my orphan face.
Yeah.
I lost my shit.
Rub that in my orphan face. I forgot about that.
And there's a lot of points like that with Jim Carrey, just little things like to his like his henchman guy, Rocky, whatever his name was. He's like really pissed at him. He goes, pin yourself against the wall. He has like pinned himself against the wall while he's yelling at him. He's would you like a latte? I made it with steamed Nicaraguan goat milk. He goes, are you kidding me? You think I'm an idiot? Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them.
I love the way you make them, yeah.
Jim Carrey just has infinite good one-liners in everything he does, but...
He does. He can really yell. Like, woo! I mean, that kind of sounded more like Goofy, but...
Anywho, that's really all I needed to talk about the thing. Go see it if you haven't.
Definitely.
Or don't.
Or go see it, or don't. Go see Birds of Prey.
Yeah. Honestly, I would see Birds of Prey over this one. But, everybody's taste is different. But
everybody loves Olive Garden.
That's the main takeaway, is Birds of Prey didn't have enough Olive Garden.
Oh, if they would have gone to Olive Garden place at the end,
Yeah,
But they went to some stupid diner,
yeah. No name.
stole a
Like,
car.
lame.
Oh,
Where's the endless
okay.
pasta?
I gotta say, the costumes at the end of Birds of Prey going back, fucking horse shit. Like, I really hope when they make a Birds of Prey movie, they give them better costumes because they were really, really bad.
You think so?
I think so. I looked at a picture of them on Reddit the other day, and like saw like how bad they were, and they're just
I don't remember thinking that watching the movie.
they're pretty like I don't know, like a CW minus, like right around CW esque.
Oh,
I burped.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna fart. But you can't hear it because my mic's up here. What's up? But yeah, so I would say go see the movies. There's a lot of good movies that
Yeah.
are coming out right now.
Did you see the one that came out on your birthday? The
Sonic, yeah, I saw it.
Fantasy Island.
No, but I heard it's terrible, and I saw that it's a PG-13 rating, which I didn't know, which is unfortunate.
No longer interested.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So,
that's kind of what I
so what
thought.
do we got next? We got Onward comes out in a couple weeks. We got
Oh, yes.
Invisible Man comes out next week, which I really want to see as well.
Yep, Call of the Wild,
Oh
which
my
looks
god.
so okay.
Harrison Ford in a CGI dog army.
I'm so sick of seeing that trailer, so I'm glad it's coming out.
I'm
The
so
trailer is
sick
before every movie.
being infested with where I live. Let me live with that. All right.
Other than that, I can't think of
Anything else you're looking forward to?
I do want to mention probably one of the funniest things when we went and saw Birds of Prey was when what is the movie called? The Way Back with Ben Affleck, where he plays a basketball coach that is an alcoholic who's going to coach the worst team in the state and blah blah blah. The best part about that was Sean leaned over to me. He goes, "I'm really upset how much I want to see that." Pisses me off.
Bro, I love Ben Affleck in basketball. Okay,
dude, it's just such a basic ass movie that like I want to watch that shit. Like that's the shit I like. Just regurgitated garbage. Throw it down my throat. I'm ready. All right,
yeah,
I'm done.
That's about it. I'm excited for those movies too. We'll probably be back in a couple weeks. I mean, this was fun. I'll probably put this out on. I'll put this on YouTube.
Nice.
And I'm gonna put this on whatever it's called again, SoundCloud. I'll probably not going to be on there until Saturday because it's going to take me a bit to